Hey guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times and you're watching a quick unboxing and hands-on with the Realme 9i. This is the first smartphone from the company for the year 2022 and this is not a 5G unit. Unlike how Realme was earlier pushing out a lot of devices with the 5G connectivity, this one comes with 4G and still Realme wants to keep it basic with a few devices because the rollout of 5G is still not going to happen anytime soon based on how we look at it. And this Realme 9i comes with a 6nm Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 chipset. This is one of the first devices. Obviously there's one more in the market that comes with the same chipset, but this is the first from Realme to have this Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 octa-core chipset that has a maximum clock speed of 2.4 GHz, and the 9i is the first phone from the 9 series, the number series, and in that the Realme 9 series. So it's Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 33 watt dart charge with a 5000 mAh battery. So with the battery and fast charging, there's no compromise over here. And there's a 50MP AI triple camera. So it's a Samsung camera, that is what you're going to see on the back of the device. And the design is what I've liked. Mostly again in the design, what I liked is the camera module area, the way it looks like. And this comes with a 6 plus 128GB, and there are of course different variants. There are two color options over here. One is the prism black and one is the blue. It's a polycarbonate back, not a glass one, and it is going to be a reflective back. But obviously since it's not glass, the good thing is, as usual, you won't have to worry about it being broken in case you accidentally drop down the phone. And that's what I always like in budget devices or even in the mid-range ones. You don't have to worry about phones falling down and breaking. Now, if we talk about the accessories inside the box, first thing that you see is the transparent rubber cover, so that's a good thing. You get that inside the box itself. Then you have these booklets, that's the safety guide and the quick start guide, and the SIM ejector pin over here. Next is the smartphone. I've already started using it just for the unboxing. I placed it back and I've used it for quite a while now. So I'll have my initial thoughts over here about the device. We have done some benchmarks as well. So let's talk about the device later. First, let's check out what else comes in the box package. So you have this large travel adapter with that 33 watt fast charging. So it's 11v3 support that you see here. That is the maximum fast charging capability of this one. And then there's a USB Type-C cable, so which indicates obviously that the phone has USB Type-C connectivity. Now let's get back to the phone. As I said, this is quite a good looking phone when you talk about not just the back panel which has its own these lines and everything, but the camera access area. So the camera module actually looks quite good. The Matrix AI camera, it's a triple camera combination where the primary one is a 50 megapixel camera, secondary one is a macro camera, the smaller one, and which comes with the macro 4 centimeter distance for the captures, and then the third one is the AI portrait camera. I mean, I would have loved to see a wide angle camera, but that's not given over here. Now if you talk about the pre-installed applications, take off the Battlegrounds Mobile India and the benchmarks and everything else here is pre-installed. Those are the apps that were installed by me. Now if you talk about the benchmarks to begin with, we'll show you the entire interface and everything, but before that, if we go and check out what are the benchmark scores, which is what we have already done. So these are the Geekbench scores for it: 380 on the single core, 1546 on the multi-core, and 2,74,000 is the score for Antutu benchmark. Now these are the CPU and GPU scores. The GPU score, actually I would say personally, based on the phones we have used in the recent times, tested in the recent times, the GPU isn't going to be a strong suit on this one, so you won't be able to do a good gaming on this, and but probably one of the reasons why I'm going to skip the gaming review on this one. Obviously I won't recommend this phone for those who are into hardcore gaming. You could rather use it as a regular phone and happily enjoy it, but for gaming I wouldn't really recommend this smartphone. And for the pre-installed applications, there's booking.com, then the Realme's apps including Finchel Pay, there's game space. Obviously there's game space that would at least try to enhance the gaming capability of the device by whatever it can. So there are different modes under game space usually that you see on the Realme UI devices. Here's what it is. So if you go into this and check out the modes, you have low power mode, balance mode, and also the pro gamer mode, where the performance increases both in terms of the GPU and CPU, and also you see the signal strength to be improving whenever you have this mode turned on while playing the game. So you'll have to add the games. In case you are playing one of the games, you'll have to add that game to game space, and then you'll be able to see that power enhanced over there. Now if you go into the UI, the Android version itself, it is Android 11 based Realme UI 2.0. And Realme says this is one of the first or the early devices to have the Realme UI 3.0 update in the coming days. You have 6GB plus 2 GB, that is the expansion done already, so you can extend this to about 5 GB more, so 11 GB in total, which is with the dynamic RAM expansion, a feature that Realme has been offering in its recent devices. And since it's 128 GB, out of that I would say you can get over 100 GB available, and this is after BGMI being installed. The game takes about 7 to 8 GB by itself. Now, just in case if you are interested to see what is offered in terms of the gaming performance, I'll show you the graphic settings over here for this particular game so that you'll get an understanding. But as I said, this won't be a heavy gaming device. Now, for the gamers, these are the different things that you see here. For gaming, you'll see the CPU percentage being used, then you have the GPU percentage and also the frame rates. So if you are a gamer, you are wondering how much is the FPS being offered, you can get that checked over here in the gaming overlay on the game space. Now, let the game open, and obviously while showing it to you, I'll also show you what are the graphic settings. So what you see here would be the smooth and high, that's 30 FPS possible, and balanced and medium, and there's no HD support over here. So you have the smooth and high 30 FPS at max support, and that's why I said this is not going to be a strong gaming device. In case you're wondering if you want to buy this phone for gaming, no, you shouldn't probably buy this for gaming. So that's it. In terms of gaming, I would say it's not such a strong device. But now if we take a look at the camera, which is one of the good things over here, you have a 50 megapixel camera on the back, which is that Samsung camera, but on the front as well you have a punch hole camera, that's a 16 megapixel Sony IMX471 selfie camera, which is quite a good thing about this smartphone. And if we pull this from the top, you'll see a dedicated 50MP mode over here in case you want to capture that large resolution pictures. And under the video, if you take a look at the resolutions, there's a support of 1080p videos at 30 fps, and that's what it is at the maximum support. You have a night mode as well, you have portrait mode, and under mode settings you have time lapse, slow motion, and expert mode as well. So this is a quick overview of the camera, and we'll anyway do some more camera samples, and our full review would go live on our website gizmotimes.com very soon as we use it for a few more days, and after that we'll be able to give you a quick understanding of what it is and how is the phone based on the price, because when I'm doing this video I don't actually know the actual price, so I won't give my thoughts based on the pricing, and that would go live on our final review. And Samsung camera, as I said, has an f1.8 aperture on the back of the device. And that's it guys, this was the quick overview of the Realme 9i, the first smartphone from the company in the year 2022. We have quite a lot to see from the company, as they have mentioned that there'll be some launches going to happen very soon just after this, but this is the first device from the company for this year. And before we end the video, if we talk about the display over here, it's a 6.6-inch display with the Full HD Plus resolution, that's 1080 to 2412 pixels, and there's a 90 Hz refresh rate, 180 Hz of touch sampling rate, so that the interface seems quite smooth in case of your touch response as well as with the UI response as well. So that's it guys, this was the quick overview of the Realme 9i smartphone, the quick unboxing and hands-on with it. I hope you like this video. If you do, share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.